Hi everyone, John McBride here from Citrix. In this little video I wanted to show you a quick update that we're doing to the Citrix Developer Visual Studio extension. In this update we're really going to focus on how do we give you the ability to host your own script feeds and allow them to be installed into Visual Studio Code into the developer extension. In the previous update I have a little blog post here that explains how you can take your scripts, whether it be PowerShell, shell scripts, command files, whatever, package them up, and then make them available for download into for a user using the Citrix Developer Visual Studio Code extension. This update is really going to target how do we make those things available for the community to host. So in this update, what we're going to do is give you a tool to generate an RSS feed for all your V6 files for your Citrix script packages that you make, and then host that somewhere, whether that be on a file share somewhere or on a web server to host the V6 and the RSS feed. So that's generally kind of what we're looking to do, is really give you guys the ability to manage your own feeds and manage your script packages, and then just allow the VS Code extension to consume that and show the users what packages are available. So with that, let me kind of show you what it's going to look like. We're getting pretty close to releasing it. So we're going to basically build a global tool that that helps you to generate that RSS feed. Like I said, that feed can be either a file share or be hosted on a web server somewhere. So here I have a directory. That we have some V6 files in. You can see here that it's a Zenode V6 file, and what we can do is we can run this tool to actually help us generate the RSS feed. So we can run that tool, and it's the Citrix script feed tool. And if we say -- help, we have some help options here. You can see there's a create function here. So we'll run, we want to create a feed. We'll run help on that. And you can see here's the options that we need. So we need to specify a directory. It's going to look in that directory for all the V6 files, parse the V6 files for the manifest so it can generate the RSS feed. What the base URL is going to be for a file or an HTTP server, and what the export type is. Really, it's going to be an RSS feed, so we can do that. So I'm just going to grab my directory here real quick. Okay, and we'll run this. So we're going to say Citrix script feed create. What directory we're going to look in? We're going to look in the local directory, my current directory, for any V6 files. What the base URL is going to be a file, and then our directory here, and the export type is going to be RSS. So we're just going to run this basically. Oh, not -F, it's actually -B. There we go. And you can see, so when we run it, it says, hey, we found a manifest. There's one V6, a Zenode V6. We get all the files in there. We actually parse the manifest. And then we add the V6 into the RSS feed, and we created the feed. So it says our feed is available here. So I'm going to copy this real quick. And if we take a look at this feed, you can see it's a standard RSS feed. You can see we give it the channel name, so we have a title, description, and what our link is. And then if you have multiple V6 in here, we're going to generate multiple items, and I'll show you that a little bit later in the video. But you can see here we have a Zenode as the title, or description, who the author is, and a link to the actual V6 file. This is important when we're actually going to go and download it. So we generate our RSS feed. Okay, that's great. So now how do we get it into VS Code? Well, in this extension update, we've added a new settings option. So in VS Code, if you go into settings, and we look at the new settings editor, and we search for Citrix here, you can see we have this new new settings option called v6 repositories, right? And this is basically is an array of different types of repositories that you want us to parse when it comes to looking for script packages. So you can see here, Citrix Developer v6 repositories. We're actually going to just copy in that file URL right here, and we're going to say we're going to go back here and copy this guy, copy our feed URL here, and paste that there. So that's going to be our feed URL. Now we're just going to save this. So now we have it saved. We're going to do the same thing we made available in the previous update, which was we're going to install a Citrix script package. So we can do that by Command-Shift-P and then install Citrix package. Now you're going to see here we've added an additional option. So you can still install a local package, which is a script package that you have sitting on your local drive somewhere. You can still install it that way. Or you can actually say, I want to select a package from a configured source. That's going to actually look in that settings option that I showed earlier, and it's going to try to go and parse that RSS feed for all the v6 files. So we're going to select that. And now as you can see, it actually parsed the RSS file and came back with ZenNode here, and gives me the author. So we're going to say, okay, we're going to actually select that. And you can see down here it says, hey, we installed the script package. We'll get rid of that. If we go into the Citrix tab, you can see we actually have ZenNode here, which is great. We'll actually go delete this package here. So we have ZenNode here. Okay. So that's how we can host a file-based RSS feed. But how do we host a RSS feed that's on an HTTP server somewhere? Well, we can use the same thing to generate the RSS feed. So I have another directory here. I have a web server that's actually monitoring this directory for the RSS feed. But let's take a look at it anyways. So you can see here I have PVS v6 and a director v6, but there's no RSS feed. So let's go ahead and actually create it. So we're going to say Citrix script package create. We're going to hit the directory is going to be here because I want it to look in this particular directory for all v6 files. We're going to give it a base URL of, now here we're going to give it a base URL of HTTP, right, because it's a web server. So we're going to say localhost, because I have it running locally, 2020. That's the port we're going to be using. And the export type is going to be RSS. I think that's what I need. Cool. So we're going to run this guy. Oh, not that. Sorry, it's Citrix script feed, and we're going to create it. All right, cool. So you can see, hey, it found a manifest file in director. It found a manifest file in PVS, and we actually created it and then created the RSS feed. So I'm going to copy this URL right here, and we're going to cat that feed. We're going to show you what this one looks like. So you can see the channel is all the same, but here you can see we add, we parse each v6 and add it as an item in an RSS feed. And here again we get the title and the author, but you can see the interesting part here is we're actually changing this over to that base URL of a local host or an HTTP server to grab the v6 files. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing in VS Code. We want to add that as well as for a script feed. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go back into settings, and we're just going to add another entry here under v6 repositories. We're going to add that, oh, not that guy. We're going to add this guy here, the local host feed that's running on a web server. I'm going to load that guy and save him. Cool. So now if you remember, we only had one script package that was showing up when we went to install scripts. So we're going to do that again. We're going to say install Citrix package. We're going to say select package from configured sources. Now you can see we actually have two more that are showing up, PVS and director. So this ZenNode one is coming from the file share RSS, and you would use that if you had internal script packages that you didn't want to make available for the public. They could just be sitting on a file share somewhere. You could point this over to that file share RSS and have your script packages there. And then these two are coming from a HTTP server that's serving up the RSS feed. So we'll actually install the PVS one. So we'll hit that guy. And you can see we installed the script package, and then you can see the PVS is over here. Now, just to be clear, the RSS feed, we parse the RSS feed, we get the URL to actually pull the v6 file down, right? So that v6 file has to be hosted on the web server, wherever that's available to the user, right? It doesn't handle authentication and stuff, but it just has to sit there. But this gives you the ability to manage your feed, to manage your script packages without actually having people without having the community to have to download them. So I just want to put together this real quick video to show you what the update contains. I'm interested in your feedback. Please let me know what you guys think. We're trying to build a community around these script packages and giving you guys the ability to download them or make downloads easily available to the users of our extension. So like I said, reach out to me, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate it. Thanks again.